Hi everyone, Betty Maura again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for inviting your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, and those people you care about. We share 2 videos every week that touch on personal and business success. It's my joy, it's my happiness to see that people are getting value. Thank you for the feedback. And I would also like you to comment on what would you like us to talk about. In the morning, I had done a short video on my Facebook page, and I had said it's very good to ask your clients what is it they want from you. And so I want to ask you the same question. Which videos, apart from the ones we do every week, what else would you like me to cover? And when I posted that question today, someone told me they would like me to do a video on how to handle price objections. And what does that mean? It means you sit down with a client, you do your proposal to them, you show them what it is that you can offer them. And this most likely happens when you, especially to the people offering services, but also to the people offering products. So what happens is you present your product to the customer or you present your service to the customer and there's an objection on price. And thank you very much for the gentleman who asked this question. So what do you do when there's an objection to your sale? And I want to break it down only into 2 points for today. Then you can always follow our YouTube channel for more of these videos. So, and I actually experienced it today with a client. So when I talked about our coaching programs and how much they cost, I had one of the objections. And usually clients will have 2 objections. And it's very important for you to realize and notice what the objection is when you present your sales pitch. So one of the objections a customer will have is, that's too pricey. You know, it's very expensive. That is what a customer will always tell you. So, but even before they tell you it's expensive, we look at that later. They will always tell you something like, they want to be nice and they don't want you to think that they are refusing to buy your product or your service. So they'll tell you something like, I'll think about it. So my dear client, the moment a client tells you that they want to go and think about it, you can always count that sale out, because for sure they are not going to be thinking about it for real. People want to buy from you, more often than not, they will make a decision, or at least they'll make a commitment to the tune of, I'll call you tomorrow, or I'll commit something right now, then I'll finish the payment later. But the moment they tell you, I'll think about it, and then I'll call you, and then they don't call you the following day, they don't call you the following week, they don't call you the following month. What that means is that they actually went to your competitor, they shopped around, and they already bought. However, they spent a whole hour at your desk, and you can imagine what that does to your business. If every day you are sitting with people, then they are telling you they shall call you, then they never call you back. You need to ask yourself, what's the problem? Or what's the opportunity actually? What's the opportunity for you to improve? The moment a client tells you, I'll go think about it and then I'll give you a call, more often than not, they will not think about it and they're not going to be giving you a call. So usually what is good to do is to now take the client through a journey. The moment they tell you, I'll go think about it and then, give you a call. The next thing you need to do is to try and deal with that objection. So how do we deal with that objection? We deal with that objection by wanting to know the real problem. So sometimes a customer will say, I'll go give you a call. And then you think, or you try to imagine that the problem could be the price, or maybe they are not satisfied with what you're offering them. But most times, clients will not directly tell you what their problem is. But usually, we classify the problem into 3 categories. Category number 1 is you, the presenter, or the person bringing the sale, or the person presenting the sale to the customer. And so when you want to deal with that customer, the first thing you do is to ask them, did I have a problem in the way I presented to you? Is there something I didn't do very well in this presentation? And so the customer is going to tell you, no, absolutely not. You did really well. Or they're actually going to tell you, yeah, I didn't like the way you addressed me, or I didn't like the way you brought out the product. So first thing to ask the client is there something I didn't do very, very well? So that one, we call it the me, I, myself, the presenter. Is there something wrong with me? So ask your client, is there something I didn't do very well? The moment they tell you, no, you did well, absolutely great, you did something very great and I understood what you said. So ask them the next question, and this has to do with the product, the service, or their offering that you're giving. So ask them, is this what you are looking for? Whatever I have presented to you, is that what you are looking for? For example, I would ask my clients, the program I have presented to you, is that what you are looking for? Are you looking for a program that can help you package the potential that is within you so that later in life you can use it to make some money, or to find fulfillment in life, or to change lives, or help you live a life of significance? Is that what you're looking for? And then the client is going to tell you yes or no. More often than not, they tell you, absolutely, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for someone who can help me move from point A to point B. So very good. So that's point number 2. So talk about the product, the service, or the offering that you have on the table. And number 3, it could be your pricing. So if they agree that you did a good job as a person, the product they're looking for is fantastic, and you presented it in a fantastic manner, then the third thing you're then going to ask them, so what would be your concern? If this is what you're looking for and I presented it very well, the client is going to tell you, I feel like it's on the very higher end, I will not be able to afford it for now. So I feel it's a bit expensive. And so when a client tells you that your product is expensive, I most times like to discourage discounts. So they're going to be asking you for a discount, and we'll talk about discounting in another video. But I always like to discourage my clients and my people from offering discounts, because for me, I believe the moment you start discounting a product or a service, it actually means it could actually go lower than that. So if you're selling your product for $5,000, and when a client asks for a discount, you give it to them at $4,500, it gives the client an idea that you could actually go down to $3,000. You could actually go down to $2,000. And what does that mean? It actually means the value of that product is not as much as you are telling the client. So I give this challenge to you who is presenting to the customer. Always ensure that you are providing value. If my coaching programs, I know for sure they give value to my clients, I am not going to be discounting them. Reason being, I also don't want to discount their time. I also don't want to give them a product that is discounted in terms of value. I want to give you maximum value, so I would also like to ask for maximum value in terms of payment. And that's why I discourage discounts. Instead of discounts, you can offer something else, and we'll talk about that later. So those could be the 3 reasons why a customer will tell you they want to go and think about it. So number 1, we recap, is did I do a good job? Once they say you did a good job, is this what you are looking for? Once they say this is what you are looking for, then you ask them, so what's a concern? What did I answer all your questions? And then they are going to tell you, yeah, but the product is a bit pricey. So how do you now deal with the price? You're going to let the customer know what is the value that you're going to offer. Because if something is valuable, then of course they are willing to pay for the value. The only time they will not pay is when the value does not match your presentation skills or does not match what it is on the table that you are offering them. Because if you are charging $5,000, and I'm not saying that's what we charge for our programs, I'm just saying and giving an example. If, like this camera we are using, if it's offered to me at $5,000, then it better give me value worth $5,000. So that's what I would say. That's how you deal with price objections or an objection, any sales objection. What you should know as a presenter is that what the customer tells you is not really it's not really the problem. They are just telling you that either to dismiss you or to make you feel good, but what is deep inside their heart is not what they are telling you. And you should be able to bring it out through questions and through knowing how to present your product so that it is valuable, both you and to the customer, to you and to the customer. And thank you very much for joining us. We hope to do this more often. So join us by subscribing and inviting other people to subscribe to the same. Thank you very much. I'll see you real soon.